the first one of the day, starting to warm up. Put that shorebird on there and boom, got him.
What's up, YouTube? This is West Virginia Lip Ripper, and tomorrow I'm going to be doing some fishing at my local lake where they've stocked some trout. So I was getting things set up. I always like to set up the night before if I can, and I figured why not make a video and show you guys how I catch fish at my local lake. It's very simple, it's very easy, and you just need a couple things. So you're going to need a pair of scissors, you're going to need some line for your leader, and you're going to need some barrel sinkers, some barrel swivels, and you're going to need some hooks. So let's drop down low and get this thing set up.
Alright guys, I'm going to get my line set up for tomorrow. I'm going to be doing some trout fishing at the lake. The local lake was stocked. I use a P-Line Fluoro Clear 6-pound test. I've used Berkeley Vanish, it's also good. But I like to keep it 4 to 6 pounds depending on the lake and things. So we're going to go with the 6-pound this time. This is just a setup I use, and I hope it's effective tomorrow. It's been very effective in the past. And we'll start with our main line, 6-pound test. And then we have a 1/8 ounce barrel sinker. So we'll run it through our main line. There we have it. So we just put that through the main line and we set that down for a second. So what I have here is a size 10 Eagle Claw barrel swivel. So we'll take the main line, run it through the barrel swivel here, run it through like such. I use the fisherman's knot, what people call around here. It's basically an improved clinch knot. Run it through, wrap it around 7 times, run it through the loop, and then back up through the second loop there. There's several videos out there on this knot and other knots. This is just one that I use when I'm using fluorocarbon, and it's been very effective for years. So I leave about 1/8 inch and I trim that tag. Now we have the sinker to the barrel swivel. So now I'm going to take about 1 foot of P-line out of the box here. I like to keep it in the box like that. That way I can just run it out and trim it off. There we go. So now that we have that, we're going to take a foot piece of fluorocarbon, 6-pound test, the same as the main line. I'm just making a leader here, and we're going to do the same knot on the barrel swivel. Like I said, this is just a quick rundown. I'm not trying to bore anybody, but just give some insight on what setup I'm going to be using tomorrow, and hopefully we can land us some trout here. If I can get it to wrap around here with my big fingers. There we go. Back through, and voila. There's our first knot. And once again, I like to leave about 1/8 of an inch, just in case it would pull tight, it doesn't slip out. So there we have it. So now we have the sinker, the barrel swivel, and a foot leader. So depending on how cold the water is how long I like to leave this leader. The water temp right now is around 40. It was froze there last week, so I'm going to be fishing pretty close to the bottom. I figure they're going to be tucked in. So I'm going to trim it off to about 10 inches. Now that we have that knot, cut that off there. And I'm going to take a size 12, really super tiny Eagle Claw bait holder hook. If I was in the stream using a setup similar to this, I would be using a single egg hook. But I'm going to be using dough bait tipped with a millworm, as I'm going to show you here in a second. But this is the hook that I'll be using, and I'll do the same knot. This hook's been used before, I can tell, because it still has Pautzke bait in the eye of the hook. Get that out of there. Well, let's grab another one real quick while we're doing this video. This case, I've had this case for about 15 years. Super handy, really cheap at Walmart, and it allows me to put everything I need right there in my pocket, and I don't have to carry a big box around with me. So here we go, run it through. Switch hands here. Run it through the eye of the hook. Going to do that knot one more time. Wrap it around 7 times. 4, 5, 7. Run it through. And back around. If I can get my big fingers around there one more time. There we go. And cinch it down. Once again, pull it tight. Make sure the line and the hook are straight. And trim your tag end off. So there we have it. 1/8 of an inch. So we have our sinker, the barrel swivel, about 8 inches of leader line to our hook. So now we're going to get into the Pautzke fire bait. This stuff is amazing. If you haven't tried it, stays on the hook extremely well. This is like a rainbow color, so get a little bit of it out. Ball it up kind of in your fingers like such. Alright, we're going to set that down for a second. Now we're going to grab us a super worm. You can get these at your local pet store. They may sell them at your bait shop, but most generally I find these at the local pet shop. And one good thing about it, they are cheaper and bigger than mealworms that you're normally going to find. So 24 to 25 is usually about $3.50. So you're going to take and put the mealworm in the center of the small hook so it can naturally still move. As you can see, it's still moving there. And we're going to take the dough ball, put it up on the shank of the hook like such, and we're kind of going to press it on there. That way it doesn't come off when we go to cast it and things like that. So once we get it on there as a ball, I like to kind of make it into like a teardrop so it kind of fades back into the line or whatever. Just seems to stay on there really good. And when it goes to cast, it's not just a big ball at the end and then it shoots off. It seems to stay on the hook a little better when you go to cast it. So there you have it. We have the main line. We have a sinker, barrel swivel, our leader, Pautzke, dough bait, hook, and worm. Alright, well, hopefully this is effective tomorrow. If you guys haven't liked the video already, please do. Comment down below. Tell me what you like to use, what color dough bait you like to use, and make sure you subscribe to the page. Thank you all so much for your time, and hopefully we can get out there on the lake tomorrow and rip some lips. Till next time, we'll see y'all. Got that one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, baby. Come on. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You swallowed it too, didn't you?